girl just come back in her house with her lashes look like somebody stepping it. Wagwan people, what's going on? What's going on? Your girl just come back in. Your girl back, baby. She's back. What are you doing? What are you doing? Your girl is back. Guess who is back? You lost. So we're talking about uptime. Yeah, uptiming. Uptime people. We not have no time for waste. Uptime we say. Uptime. Guys, uptime. The time is right. Up to the time. I'm not Vice Cartel. Up to the time. The time is right, baby. Up to the time. Wagwan people. Wagwan. Your girl just walked back into the house and she decided to just stop and take a quick tour with you guys. Because my kitchen, hot mess. Hot mess. But we're up to the time. So I came home just now because for 2025 I tell myself because even though I paid, I can't go into great detail, but even though I paid to get some things taken care of for me, I felt like I did my part where I get all information, get the information that was needed of me, that was required of me, and I sent it. Pay cost me a lot of money, and I sent all of these things. But then from last year, I sent some stuff like early up in the year, and I'm like, why am I not hearing about nothing? What's going on? So now I decide to take matters into my own hand and do my own research. Even though I pay somebody to deal with it for me, but sometimes you gotta do your own research, baby, because you know how things go. Everybody gonna try to, because we know it's like a market you into, where okay, I get your money already, so I don't have to worry about you. You ain't going nowhere, right? So I have to be doing some stuff. So I took myself up, make me some phone calls, and I've been persistent. I started making the phone calls since March. So I did the call yesterday. I left me some stuff, and I called back today. But I didn't get through to the person who I want to get through to. But the good part of it, the first time I was trying, very first time, I wasn't getting anything. It was like a dead end, and I kept going and I kept going. So now it seemed like I'm gonna be on a path where things will start to be looking at. Because sometimes you're trying to get up, but even though you could have somebody doing the work for you because you pay them to do the work for you, but that doesn't mean if you're still not doing your part, that work will be still sitting there stagnant. So when I reach out to the person who's doing this stuff for me and I said, when did you do this? Or so they said September of last year. That thing was sent in way before September. So I'm like, okay, I see where this is going. You want me to linger forever? I'm not going to linger. No linger, no linger. I'm not going to do no lingering no more. I'm going to take things up in my hand because it's what I need. I needed it, not that person. Me. You know what I mean? So it just goes to show when you need something in life, no matter how much you think, oh, you got the money, so let's pay somebody to do it. Sometimes it's going to require you to step outside of that and still dig up some research so that things can run more smoother. So I made a call as soon as I get in just now, a few minutes ago, like probably about 10 minutes, and I spoke with the receptionist, so I got a call back. But I got the email, so I have two choices to either email or call back. So I'm gonna send an email and see everything. What's up with everything? But that's what's going on, family. That's what's going on. I don't know why when I'm talking, my volume is so low, and I can hear it, but you just can't tell. It's like a signal sending to my brain that like your volume is low when you're talking. Like when you're talking about serious issues or something. Yeah, but I know, things gonna be all right. Because a lot of stuff that I really want to do, it's like that in itself is needed to do what I really, really, really and truly wants to do. that gonna make the icing on the cake look better, you know. So without that, it could still better, but at the same time, the doors that I wanted to go through, I can't get through those doors yet. You know, it's like those opportunities that I see that I could capitalize on. I can't capitalize on those things yet because that door is being closed because of something that is holding me back, you know, that need to be cleared so I could get the necessary things that I need to move forward, you know. So that's good. So family, you know, I'm not giving up because, you know, this world was designed to see who can break. As the songwriter say, I'm not giving up, no, no, no. Gotta put up a fight. You gotta be ready. I'm not giving up either. You know, as the songwriter say, you got to be ready because time is getting dread. He say, I'm in a hurry. So I'm not giving up. I am not giving up. So, so I just come home, family. And outside was a little bit cold, so I had on my warm pants, I had on my vest and stuff like that. But I took my garbage out and stuff. So I'm saying, if anybody out there you're dealing with certain things that you know, and I don't regret having that person do this stuff for me, because when I look now, it come in really handy. But at the same time, it's taking too long. You know what I mean? So I have to step up. I have to step up if it's uptime for me. I have to tell myself it's uptime. You know what I mean? Uptime for me meaning that I am gonna step up. I'm gonna rise up. I'm not just gonna sit comfortable because I pay somebody to do it already. I'm not gonna do that. I sat for too long, so it's no longer need for me to just sit like sit, booby sit. You know? No. So I'm not gonna keep doing sit, booby sit, because booby ain't gonna help me. Booby just do sit, booby sit. You see, I'm going down. But if I go up, if I say up time now, then I'm going up. You know, I'm getting up and then moving up. Yeah, I'm the Jefferson. Now I'm moving on up. Yeah, I'm moving on up. So yes, so I am glad for that. I am glad for that. You know, I am really glad for that. So jot that down, and then the other day I didn't get the person full name that I need to email to. So I got the person name as well. So yes, Booby not sitting no more. Sit Booby sit. No, I'm not doing that no more. Mm-mm. Cause you know when you're going through certain things and you pay somebody to do the things for you and they ask you for some things and you say, okay, here you go, it's done. Whatever you want is done. You know, then you know you check in from the time you hand it to this person to see how long it's gonna take. But then when I get the call, when I made a call yesterday, because what I'm doing, I still also, if I'm gonna say, oh, but I give this person XYZ to do for me, they also still gonna wanna know. Um, they still gonna want to know when did that person do that stuff. You see what I'm saying? So if I don't have that information, how am I gonna know? So I reached out to the person yesterday, and I told talked to the receptionist, and I told them what was it, and they were able to give me when they did the information, the stuff. So I was able to find out that it was just September, and it was given to them. I don't even remember how long that was given to them. But that's how it's going on, because I understand, when you deal with multiple people, it's not just you you know. So now I'm uptime now because I really want to do so many things, family. I have goals, I have dreams, I have a mission to accomplish before, I escape this world or something, or before I detour, or before I, vacate this world. I have a goal and I have a mission. And sometimes when we have goals and we aspire to do good things in life, something can just be right there hidden. And that's why I say sometimes when you see things are hidden, or some person maybe bursting out with things doesn't mean it have to do with anything, have to do with social media or anything. Could just mean what about the external things that's going on around them that have nothing to do with social media, the things that they have to take care of outside of social media. It's just like you have your bills to pay. You don't need social media to know that, oh, I gotta take care of these bills or so and so, you know what I mean? And there's something knocking your head, then you say, all right, then I'm falling short. Or so then everybody can be up in there, you know. But some things are rather remain hidden until you can say yes. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to blur things out and then you hear, you know, you're on is like this. Your scale is not where you need it to be yet. It's not here yet. You're not on a level playing field yet because you're still deciphering. You're still deciphering. Okay, how can I get this to be here? You know, how can I get this thing to be a level playing field? Which is not going to be on a level playing field, but we're hoping it will be there. At least close enough to say yes. There is some similarity right there, but right now it's like I'm here and I'm trying to get here. So I need to get here, you know. And in order to get here, I gotta step up now. You know, I can't just sit down and wait. Okay, I'm waiting on this person to put this up here. You know, sometimes you have to put in the work too. You have to do your research too, because sometimes the person you ask to do stuff for you, even though you think they quote unquote you know how to go about things, some but sometimes it takes so long, stretch out or so, and then grow frustration. When things start to grow frustration, then you start to get rumble. It's like your stomach start to roll, you know, not literally say you're hungry, but you just get fed up now. You just like, okay, to have somebody, a third party do stuff for you in case of any other thing. You know, you can quote unquote having somebody also to help represent you. So you don't just sit there by yourself representing. Then what is going on with my internet? I don't understand what's going on. My internet is acting up, family. So that's where my family, you know, that's where I'm trying to make sure I can not just sit comfortable and say sit booby sit. Booby need to stand up. Stand booby stand. You know, sometimes you gotta stand up for yourself. You know, sometimes yes, you want representation. You want a lot of stuff in life, but then at the end of the day, you still have to stand up for yourself as well. Because even though you think you hope that somebody will stand up for you, but if you're not standing up for yourself, then you're just gonna be sitting, will be sit, and then they're gonna sit on this information as well. They could have the information, they could have the links, they could have the connection or so, but because they realize that you're not pulling strings, you're not really doing anything much, you don't seem bothered, you're unbothered, you're not worried, you're not concerned. So therefore they just sit on your information as well as long as they can, and then they just step up with the person who really bawling their eyes out and shedding the tears and you know make all those dramatic scenes. Then they realize that this person not playing. But then when you're so humble, sometimes you get pushed to the curb, you know, you get pushed to the back. But guess what? When the times is right, when the time is right, we all gonna stand up. Huh? We all gonna stand up. But it's a matter of when. It's a matter of where. What. You know, because as I said, something have to happen sometime for you to say, what is going on? Why am I feeling this way? Why am I thinking this? What is going on? What is wrong? What is happening to me? This don't sound right. This don't feel right. I don't look right. You know, something gotta happen for you to really think the other direction to say yes. Oh, she grown up. Oh my goodness. What? She still look the same, but she grown up so sweet. Oh, I'm sorry, family. Wow. Oh, I forgot. What's her name? I forgot her name. She still look the same though, but she's so cute. Marisha Martin. I can barely see my TV. I think Marisha. Marisha Martin. Yeah. Growing up watching her. Oh, look at her. it's just so amazing to see that you're growing up as a child watching some little young idols, and then you just see them, grow up and turn adults, and you're like, wow, oh, so mature, so poised. It's family, so that's what's going on. So I'm gonna send an email later. So I was able to connect the dots yesterday. So I reached out to that person yesterday. I reached out to the person who the other person I'm trying to reach out to, but they're all the way in another state. So I wish this state was here, then I could have just go around the block and get things done. But that state is not here. It's far. How far is it from me? How far is it from me? I don't even know. I don't even know. And then I don't even know if you could take a train ride. But then that would be a good one, but I don't know how long it's gonna take, and I don't think I want to be on no train for so long, 5, 6 hours. I'd rather fly. I'd put on my bird wings and fly. Let me go look at my map and see how long it's gonna take me. Oh, I got a map in here. I got a map. I haven't even eaten no breakfast yet. I just ate me a banana this morning. I got me a map, family, so let me see. Let me see how long it would take. Oh. Oh, whoa. This is in the Pacific time. Oh, man. How long would this take me? I don't think no train go here. I don't think no train go here. I'm looking at. No train go here. No train go where I'm looking at, people. I don't know. But that's really because I'm on the Eastern PM side, and to get to the Pacific side, it'll take a couple hours. So maybe I would rather, it probably would be best if I fly. I gotta look into that, because if I'm gonna fly, I have to fly with it. I don't know. But let me see. I'm just keeping my options open so I can see which is which. So greetings, family. Greetings. The girl is here. I'm gonna wash up some stuff. Yes, family. So we're gonna be up, taking up some stuff. Take matters in our hand. I'm hungry. Oh, the catfish. I cooked six catfish today. Oh, I got some catfish. I cooked some catfish today. Got some steak bone here. I gotta boil me some soup. I wonder if I could make me an omelette real quick. I'd rather eat the omelette than the sausage right now. Probably just make me a veggie omelette or something real quick. Because I'm kind of hungry. Oh, and then I got my dishes to wash. I got me some tomatoes. So probably get me a tomato. And get me some onions. Probably just do the tomato and onion. And maybe a quick little omelette. Quick and fast. Quick and fast. Just onion and tomato. Just onion and tomato. So greetings, family. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. I had 2 meetings this morning and I came back home. And I also got me they give me this morning, give me a cup with tea. I got this morning. This is for attending the parents meeting and the workshop that they be having at the schools. So I'm gonna do me an omelette real quick, family. Just real quick. I just need onion and tomato omelette. I'm not putting no bell pepper. I'm good with just the onion and tomato. I'm good with just the onion and tomato. Come on. Just the onion and tomato. Hope you guys are doing amazing today. Giving thanks. Can't complain too much. There's sometimes you just gotta step up and take control of what you need to take control of in your life, you know. That's all they require us to do sometimes is to step up and take control of the things that we need to take control of in our life. We sit and wait on somebody sometimes. It's good to be patient, but sometimes patience run out. Years, patient run out sometimes, you know. You gotta say, sit, booby, sit, booby, sit. Let me wash my hands. Sit, booby, sit. And we go through paper towel in this house like nothing, like it's nothing. So, but one of these days when things straighten up, family, I know, it's gonna be an amazing feeling. But I'm praying for some things that I'm praying for. I just hope it. Oh, my knife is dull. Where's my other knife? Cause this knife that you will barely use and it's dull. So I like my old knife. Where's my other knife? Where's my other knife? Where's my dishes? Where's my... You want break, babe? Zoom. You want Zoom? Huh? Where's my other knife? No, I got a break. You got a break? Yeah. What were you doing? Huh? What were you doing? Yelling on these. No, what kind of work were you doing? Work? Yeah. Mom, it's work. Mm-hmm. We learn science. You learn about Sonic? Yeah. Oh. Okay. You back on your stuff? Yeah. But on the floor, like on this kind of floor platform. Up movement, what's going on? Bless up, bless up. Huh? On this kind of platform. What's going on, my brother? What going on, boss? What on this kind of platform is kind of slippery. No, you be careful, because that's where you get slip off for. That's why I like it's good on the carpet of a much more better. Oh. Wait, Mom. Yeah, man, bless up, my boss. Bless up. I wonder we knows. Yo. Under my nose, that's some tomato under my nose right now. I make me some omelette, yes. Just leave the door open. Okay. He's not going outside, he's just going in the hallway, family, so we just say outside. But he's not literally going on the outside. So I'm just cutting up some tomato to make me an omelette. Onion and tomato omelette, that's it. With some egg. So we're just doing the DIY way, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, up movement. And what this other we know is no tomato. A tomato under my nose. Oh, man. Yeah, man, tomato. Me almost say tomato, you know, but tomato are the small one. So I'm going to make one quick veggie omelette. I already make my son a sandwich already. He don't like the omelette business. The boy don't like the omelette business. The boy said, go with the vegetable omelette. You know, I love veggie omelette. So we use 1 onion, 1 tomato, and I make the veggie omelette. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm working on it, brother. Working on the watch hours, you know. Working on it, brother. But everything we curry one of these days, man. Yeah, man. They say just have to go and put in the work and, you know, I give God thanks. Give him thanks, you know. So one day things will come to fusion, you know what I mean? Just have to keep putting in the work. They say work where work on a chicken with a jerk. Yeah, man, we are putting in the work. But you know, in everything you're doing, you know, you are putting in the work in it. You know how we go roadblocks, challenge, trials, tribulation. But you know, you have to keep going same way, you know what I mean? You have to still put out the work same way, family. So this is how I cut the onion. I will still put out the work, you know. As I say, everybody journey to life now go come at the same time. No matter how much you start, you could even start ahead and doesn't mean you have to even get ahead because sometimes things there that need to be sought out and you push you back a step back for us to be prepared for what's to come, you know. He see what's ahead of us, you know. He see the journey. Ah, you're welcome. Yeah, man. You see what's ahead of us, you know what I mean? So my cutting board dirty and your girl hungry. I don't feel like using no cutting board. When I was growing up, we didn't have a cutting board. We used our hand and cut. So don't worry about no cutting board. A hand used to do the thing. And put the things in their hand and they be cutting it, you know. And you used to know fancy things. You just cut. Cut. You just cut and go through, you know what I mean? Cut and go through, man. Yeah, man. We are hold it down. But we get there one day, brother. We get there one day, you know what I mean? We get there one day, you know. One of these, what this songwriter say? One of these fine days, we will do it again or we will meet again. We do it again. So may I change it up. One of these fine days, we will get there. All right. Whew. That thing burn eyes, don't you, brother? But I see me a peel the onion and feel like you know burn the eyes, you know, man. What is in my eye? Hey, it's like your shoes are squeezing, you know, man. And you're out at a fancy place, you know. And you can't make him man know your shoes are squeezing you. You have to go and scooty like a stoosh, you know what you feel like. Wasting there with you. That is it, man. Yes, man. You like the shoes. Hey, onion are squeeze the eye, no, brother. Yeah, tell me, man, the onion did you burn out the eyesight. Sometimes people look at you and they say, why you peeling the onion? You don't burn your eye, man. What? Especially how long I was taking to make that onion. Of course it burn your eye. The onion don't have no respect for your eye. You burn it. You say let it burn it. How can I not have no respect for your eye? Go check back in your class, boss. What you say, Jay? The man, the onion burn your eye, man. You look on the onion and I say, wow, go on, me there, watch me spatula. Oh. Look, me just break my spatula, you know? Me just break my spatula, so what me going to use to do my egg? Yo, everything I broke up here. Hey, I been broke up in that. I broke up in that. Jaden, you know I want the spatula me have on you and I'm here. Wanna take me something now? Not special. I wanna don't get too fly with me stuff. What too fly means? Too fly, that means I can't tell you exactly what it means. Just know it's too fly. Don't care. Let me break it down. Don't care. Too fly means you don't care, baby. Simple as fun. Yeah. Break his spatula so I have to go get another one. I have to go get another one. Yeah, tell the boss. Yeah, tell you. Me find one who do one. Sometimes you know good for that your stuff, you know, because sometimes you try it and then you think you find something better and then only to realize that the better one is the one they broke quick. And the one you that sure hit a good one. I'm telling you, where we get the life ready. Yeah, man. Want to build a car, want to build those sticks and things like those. Yeah. And those wheels where I burn my pants up. Yeah.
I'm not going to school. You only have so much fun with me.
No, you gotta go to school. I'm here one of them. You stop going.
Well, that's sad.
No, you said.
Why?
You need to go to school, go in your class.
Mom.
What?
I still got break.
You still got break? How much minute break you get? 15 minutes?
No, 4. Yeah, 15. But the time is right now. It's 40 to 50.
40, 50. Yeah. What kind of reading that? You know, when me grew up, and somebody used to say, 40, 50. Or 50, 10. Yeah, man, that's what we used to say, 50, 10. 50, 10. Somebody give you money and you don't know how much money you get back, then you jump up and down and say, we get 50, 10. Don't know money. We are sing about money.
Ready?
Huh?
How many laps should I do?
What's that?
How many laps should I
Do
do?
4 laps.
Alright.
It does 4 laps. 4 laps. Yeah, so I gotta clean up my kitchen, family. My kitchen look like it's stuck somewhere in the garbage can. So I gotta get my kitchen clean up. And my kitchen look like somebody stepping on it. My kitchen look like somebody borrowed for one party and forgets and then we clean up back. So that's how my kitchen look right now. Huh? What's that, man? Just do the 4 lap, it's not gonna take you much time.
I just did it. I finished.
Okay, go check for your work now. Check for your class now, boss. Check for your work. Check for your work, man.
I'm 11 to 12.
Okay. Oh, level. Okay.
12.
Okay. But it's counting down though.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, family, we there, man. Yeah, go and take the car, they wipe off some of the thing off of that something here. Yeah. Then I can get it.
Hey, Mom,
put up my
these
stuff there.
lights.
What's that, boss?
This car doesn't work on slippery things. Like right here, see this floor right here? That thing right there don't work on here. It goes a little slower and slippery.
What?
Because it's flatter, but on the floor it's a little flat and softer. And what's this thing in here?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try the kitchen.
You did you do any maths today?
Yeah.
Yeah, class today at 1. May I come the family with their wipe off the something here so we can get it
Hey, Mom. Remember you were doing your lap last night and they broke your broom?
Yeah.
Look what's left of it.
Yeah, I gotta go get me a name. You know, that's why they say when you have kids, buy nothing too fancy. You buy the one that you can't replace. You buy something fancy and then they break it your mother. So
you should get something like more metal, like this.
So that's why they tell me, so buy nothing too fancy when you have children.
Yeah.
Especially when they're not young like that.
Like last time when you broke your other broom?
Yeah.
That's the stick of it?
Yeah. Okay, so go check your class.
I just checked it.
You not check nothing.
Okay, I'm just gonna put my...
Check your class and come back.
Okay, I'm gonna roll on my wheels.
Okay.
Just pull a little bus, go.
Yes, family, we come in and I see what go on about the girl are hungry. I'm getting me a wine on my mouth. I'm going to can't save that girl.
It's an add-on.
Uh-huh.
You know when they put the time up, it's a cartoon, right?
What's that, baby?
You know when they put the time up, it's going to be a cartoon timer? So they got to add.
They got to add?
Yep.
Add what?
Like, you know those ads.
The world smile with Basil. What go down? What go down there, boss? What's going on? Your girl is here. And the stove, I forgot to talk to them about it. Because I want a new stove, but I don't know why. The top part is act up like octopus. Top part of the stove act up like octopus family. So we over here, so. We over here, so family. We are trying to do the party. I don't know if we can see the pot. try to do the cut. Okay. So let me see. Good day, I go on. Me hungry, you see, man?
Wait a minute, who broke that?
I make a one meeting this morning. They had food there, but I didn't want no. They had omelette, eggs, not omelette. Waffle. I'm not a waffle person.
Mommy, who broke this?
Huh?
Who broke this?
I me just now after me wash it and I flash it, it just break.
You should have a piece of it in the garden.
So like me a wrap after me wash it and me flash it. Where's my olive oil? We gonna cook some catfish. Do you want catfish?
I can't cook it.
You could help me season it up. And we cook together.
You know what?
We could cook it together so you know how to cook it.
I
But if it was baking, then you could bake the fish. So I'm gonna make me a quick little omelette here, family. So blessings, family.
8:42 seconds.
Give me the egg out
8:42
the fridge.
seconds.
Get me the egg out.
8:42 seconds.
I heard the bells. Get me the egg out the fridge.
You need these?
Egg out the fridge.
Okay, these. These are eggs, right?
What's that?
Forgot.
Forgot what?
Eggs.
No, not those, right?
Oh, where are the eggs? Now I have no eggs. We have no more eggs.
What do you mean we don't have no more eggs?
We don't have no
We
eggs.
have a whole tray. Give me the big tray of egg.
Alright, look.
And plus we get some egg Sunday.
Come on, you got fridge in. Oh, I broke your fridge. I think I broke your fridge.
You think you broke my fridge?
Yeah.
Go back in your closet because you have meeting at
Let's go down my class and go
you
to...
have meeting at 1, so you need to be in your class.
Ah!
What? I'm coming. You have meeting at 1, so you need to you must teach at 1 today, so do what you have to do.
That break. That break.
The break too long for you.
Huh?
The break too long.
No, it's not.
What kind of break you want? What kind of break you want? Oh. I'm gonna need some more paper towel. What's that?
I broke my new car.
I
broke the car.
I hope this spatula will last. So you got this is just tomato and onion, family. If you like tomato and onion, make good omelette. You really make good omelette. Saute him up. Saute the bad boy up.
Man,
if you want, you can put seasoning. If you don't want, you don't have to. Enjoy with Naomi. Well, greetings. How are you? Blessings.
I remember last night when we were playing, Ethan. And you remember last night?
Give me the cheese out of the fridge for me.
Okay.
What were you saying now?
Remember last night when me and you were playing?
Yeah. This smells good already.
That was this one.
This is lemon pepper I get from the restaurant.
So that's gonna get some enjoy. And what did you say you get?
Cheese. The cheddar cheese.
Cheddar?
Yeah.
Cheddar cheese. Right.
I'll turn the stove down. I want it up a little bit.
The cheese can cool it down. The cheese can cool it down.
Cheese can cool it down?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. No, let's put the cheese in. Oh, it smells good.
Wait, I forgot to get my...
Layla, how are you? Greetings. So I'm going to break 3 eggs because these eggs are bigger. When the egg is small and you want a good omelette, then you use 4.
I want a good omelette.
Or if you're making more stuff in your omelette, you can use 4 eggs and just whip it real good. So you can get your omelette. I made you a sandwich with 2 eggs.
Yeah.
Exactly. Put this back in the fridge. Come on.
Oh, I broke one of your eggs.
Ah,
One of your eggs that is cracked.
yeah. So I'm gonna empty this out right in here, so family.
All of it?
Yep, all of it. I love onion and something the
That's
omelette.
gotta be yummy.
Ah,
That's gotta be yummy.
yeah, but
I
you know,
make
like,
an intro.
yes.
Okay, I think.
Just don't drink for Amir.
Huh?
Just don't drink Amir on.
Okay.
That's what I like in this one. I'm gonna put some oil in here, so now at the bottom of the pan. This is olive oil I'm using, family, if you're wondering. So good morning, greetings to everybody.
I got 2 more strawberries.
So this come in handy there. Veggie omelette. But you need a perfect whip of the egg. You gotta whip the egg. Whip. So I have 3 eggs, so you gotta keep whipping it. Whip, 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 whip. Whoop.
What's that noise?
The egg.
I bet when the mirror's here.
Uh-huh.
You're doing that. I bet when the mirror's here, you're doing that flipping. Oh, you're old.
Uh-huh.
You're old.
Yeah. Get a perfect whip of the egg, family. And then you just drop him in your pot.
Here's a pipe.
You know, the pot you up. My stove, I don't know what go on with it. It's a brand new stove, but I don't know what's going on with it.
It's really hard to pick my intro, but I picked strawberry.
You do what?
I picked strawberry intro because it was really hard. Because I don't like strawberry,
Yeah.
so now we got 2 more strawberry intros. 2 more.
And then I got my cheese. You could use the sliced cheese if you prefer the sliced cheese, you know, whichever you prefer. Use the sliced cheese. So I learned how to make omelette I used to work at a restaurant. So I learned how to make omelette there. When they don't have no chef or no chef show up, I had to go on the stove and I can't flip it like everybody else, but one day we get there when we have it own. We learn and get there, you know. We get there, baby, we get there. So we're gonna see if we can flip him. Oh, yeah, we're flipping. Yeah, we're flipping. Yep, we're flipping. We flip him not without problem. We flip him not without a problem. So when you flip your omelette, you want to start get your ingredients in, like your cheese and everything that you want to put in there. Especially if you don't want the omelette to be too hard. You know how you like your stuff. You don't want it to be too hard, so you always want to make sure you get the cheese in, and then you put your tomato or whatever ingredients. If you have meat, I don't want the meat in my omelette. I want veggie omelette. So, and if you want a little bit more cheese, if you're a cheese person, then you know how we go. Greetings, Kemi. Greetings. How are you? Greetings. So if you want more cheese on there, it's up to you. You know what I mean? Choice is yours. So we're gonna try to flip this omelette now. So when you flip one side. That's why you use a spatula, and then you pick up again. And you try to go under and then make it last flip. So, Dada! Good teacher. Good teacher, get it right. Yes. And then I'm going to use my same plate. Because look, your girl not wasting nothing. Your girl not wasting nothing. Yeah? So done. So I'm just going to flip him out right here. You won't be able to see him unless me put him right here. Then you probably can see. Oh, then you put it right here. Yes! We got it, family. We get it. Stay connected, host. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Look, we get it, family. We get it. I don't want to burn my plate because you know I know my real plate. I know my real plate. So we get the omelette nice, family. So what we have to do now is just cut this bad boy up. And see how it looks. We cut this bad boy up and see how it looks. And then because my kitchen is a hot mess, yeah, if you just walk on as hot, they call it skip to Malou. You just skip to Malou in my kitchen. When the kitchen is a hot mess, you just skip to Malou. Yeah, skip to Malou. Skip to Malou. Yes, you gotta skip to my loo, baby. When the kitchen is a hot mess, everything just throw down. What you say, put on. You gotta skip to my loo, baby. Skip to my loo. You're skipping over the stuff, eh? Skipping over the garbage. Yeah, you. Yeah, you. You're skipping over the stuff. Yeah, you. They say, hey, girl, you're nasty. Nasty girl kitchen. Eh? You mean talented girl kitchen. Talented girl kitchen. You gotta skip, baby. Skip. Let me get me a paper towel. We run out of paper towel, but we are back up. It's a nasty girl kitchen. Your girl, go, your kitchen nasty. Go away. Leave my kitchen alone. I'm gonna clean it up. What you talking about? Who have a clean kitchen? That means they don't cook. If you got a clean kitchen, you don't cook. Don't come off of you don't cook, right? You got a clean kitchen, you don't cook. That's not true. Everybody ain't like you, girl. Everybody ain't like you, girl. You know that's not true, right? You know that's not true. Alright, let's test the omelette, people. Let me see what I go on with the omelette. Let me see what I go on with the omelette. You know, see, I saw life go, you know? I saw life go, so let's see the little, let's see the things. Come in at the messy kitchen. Let's see. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, it smell good to family. Look at that. Ooh. You see that family? Yeah, cheers. Look at that. Yes, big up to the restaurant to teach me. Because before, I didn't even know how to make no omelette. If I didn't travel, I wouldn't even know nothing about no omelette. And I still love wagwan, greetings. So big up to the restaurant where teach you if you do something. And you're willing to learn. You know, it's good. Fresh herbs, baby. Fresh herbs in there. And you wonder, if you don't have no salt in there, does it taste good? Yes, it tastes good, baby. Anybody who know omelette know it tastes good, eh? Thumbs up or give some heart if you know your omelette tastes good when you get omelette. You don't need no salt unless you want salt. Tastes good. Elena E, hi queen. I hope you're feeling good and better today. Yes, my dear, I'm feeling much better. Just looking at the hot mess right now. Ooh, ooh. Ha. Ooh. So if you're wondering how an omelette tastes without salt, trust me. You do it with love and you get it just like them. Oh, my omelette is just vegetable omelette. Tomato, onion, one whole tomato, one whole onion, and some cheese. I use the cheddar cheese this time. But whichever cheese you prefer. And a little bit of lemon pepper, just a little bit. But but I was just saying for anybody who never eat the omelette before and you're wondering how omelette tastes without salt. You know, some people may be wondering, how is the omelette taste without the salt? Trust me, it tastes good. So wherever you are, you could make this at home. Make it at home. Just one onion and tomato. And you're good. Or if you have mushroom, you can put your mushroom in there. But I like it with just these two combination. And if you want, if you have ham, you could dice some in there. If you have chicken, you could dice a little. Whatever you want to put in your omelet. You said, did you run out of salt or you can't have salt? No, I don't eat salt. I don't eat salt. I don't eat salt. But if I needed some seasoning, this lemon pepper is already salty enough, so I can put some in there. But I put a little bit in there. But you don't even need that in your omelet. Put some cheese in there, you're good to go. Anybody who start eating fresh food, they know after maybe 2 3 weeks, after a while, your taste bud gets so accustomed to the fresh food that at this point your taste bud don't even taste like you need salt. It don't taste like you need no more ingredients in there than your taste bud is so accustomed to eating the fresh food that you don't urge to have no salt, you know. But you have to be able to eat it for a while to have that taste bud you're looking for. have that desired taste. But oh, you say, oh, haha, okay, I love salt with everything, even my orange. What? No, sir. I don't want no hypertension. I had it before, and it was hypertension too high. So I don't want the salt. You already have. Just think about the seasoning you use. You already have same salt in there, so no salt, baby. No salt. From the other day, I noticed I'm doing good with the sugar too, cause we're doing good with the sugar. Because a couple weeks back, I used to make Kool-Aid a lot. I walk in the store Sunday, I saw the Kool-Aid, and I just cut my eye past it and like, no Kool-Aid. Everything, the things that are not good for your body, they're really tempting when you go out there. They're so tempting that you will put back the good stuff just to get the stuff that are so tempting. That, well, they save your life anyhow when you couldn't afford, but. But even when you can't afford onion and tomato, you can afford it, you can plant it. Get the seed and plant it yourself. So this is very affordable. Even when inflation go up, you can plant tomato and this. And if for this you have the only thing expensive, you say the egg. The egg, if you don't have backyard chicken. And the olive oil gets so expensive. Before the pandemic hit, I used to get the big jug of olive oil for like $15. I'm getting a little bottle of olive oil now for almost $15. I'm like, that it depends on the brand you're looking for too. You're looking at the virgin olive oil or so, and I'm telling you, it ain't cheap. I remember my mom came and I had shipped a barrel with her, and she was able to get some olive oil. And I went back to that store that I got those olive oil from, some big size bottle. The bottle probably was big like this, and it was nice. Those look around big size bottle. I don't see it afterward. I don't see it. They don't care it no more. They just care the little bit in the back of that. And if you're a person who cooks a lot or have a big family, that olive oil won't last you long if you use olive oil a lot. Whether for eating, for whatever you're doing. Some people use it to make their seasoning or whatever. Marinate their meat and stuff like that. I don't see it. Little bucket you have to keep constantly buying, 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 and it's so expensive. Because right now I'm almost running out of olive oil. Well, I have another backup. I have backup now, but and then I bought this canola oil, because canola oil is good for you as well. So I bought a little bottle of canola oil because I have to get to go to Sam's Club because my car, I want it last. So I found the canola oil at the store because they said the vegetable one is not so wonderful. But you can use what you have till better come. That's all we can say. Use it in moderation. But your tomato, if you like onion, you're good to go. That's your omelet. Just use everything into moderation. Saute your onion and tomato before you put it in your omelet. That's all. But Americans know about their omelet because they love it. They love their omelet, so it's not new to Americans. The style of which we do stuff may be new, but not the omelet. These people love their omelet. I've been around and they tell you how they make their omelet with different stuff and everything. So they know about their omelet. Trust me, because let them teach me. Let them teach me how to make the omelet. So shout out to Americans. Whew. But anything you're gonna eat, and if you never eat, if your taste bud are so accustomed to salt, when you're ready to start diving into something else to cut certain things out, your taste bud is still gonna iffy, but iffy, if should I, but if but you're still gonna be lingering. It's like breeze swaying the tree from one side to the next or from left to right. You know what I mean? So when you're ready to transition over, you just have to keep going. At first, you go, oh, everything gonna feel insipid for you, but consistency, and then you will get there. And then after a while, somebody say you cook and probably give somebody food, and they say this food is fresh. To you, it's not, because you train your body now, you train your palates and everything, and so now your taste bud adjusted. We are just doing anything, family. Traveling, we are just traveling outside of our own culture, background, country, or whatever. Don't we have to adjust? So same thing with putting healthy stuff in your body. Yeah. It's not going to just adjust like, oh, I put this in my body and just, oh, adjust. No, don't work like that. You know, it's a process to get there. You know what I mean? So when you're doing any adjustment, even when you just come from a country to another country, their water may taste totally different from what your palate is used to and what you're accustomed to, your taste. So a lot of things you have to take into consideration. The way of life, the way we talk, the way we speak, the way we walk, the way we do stuff. Am I using knife to cut something this way? Some people using knife to go this way away from them. So just the different ways we learn and grow. So, so don't bash anything until you can taste it. And that somebody taught me that before I start travel. He said, if you're gonna go to America, I think they had to bring them some bars or something. Jane ain't gonna have class. Okay, 12:30. Okay. And they brought some barrel down with some food and they give it to her and say like, oh, that's not tasty. They say, I mean you're not planning to travel. And it's a good thing I take those advice when that person say, oh, so you're not planning to travel. If you're not planning to travel, if you're planning to travel, you're not going to be able to walk with your food all the time. You're going to have to eat what you see there until you can, do your own thing and try people food. So it's good. Now I can make it, I don't have to buy it. Unless if I'm out there and I'm feeling hungry. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people now, when they learn how to make stuff, they just say, okay, now all I need to buy is the ingredients and come home and make it. And then you have another time where you say, oh, well, I don't feel like doing it, so you just go out there and buy it. And getting the omelette so perfect, take a while too. Especially if you never used to doing it, it's practice. Practice with the omelette, all looking at your face, everything inside looking at you now. Look at it, perfect cut. So practice, embrace other culture, and wherever you are in life, just tell yourself if you want to make transition or you want to go into a healthy routine. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not like you just jump in your pants and you say, oh, my pants can fit me. You look at your clothes. Even when you're trying to lose weight, after a while those clothes can't fit you no more. That will suck to your bone or suck to your body, not your bone, suck to your body. You know what I mean? So you just gotta make adjustments. Sometimes it's gonna require you to wear a belt now because the pants start to fall off you because you start to lose weight. You're trying to be in a healthy diet, your taste bud gonna be messed up for a little while. That's fine. You're trying to make changes. Something's gonna look weird for a little while until you get into it. Like me learning to put on lashes. My lashes look like somebody's tips on glue. Like in winter, you go camping and people use a toothpaste, so you wake up with toothpaste all over you. But I'm learning, you understand? And that's learning. So sooner or later, the more I do it, then the more I'm gonna be perfect at it. And I won't even say perfect, but the more I will be comfortable enough to say yes, it's a want to. But before it wasn't a want to. You know what I mean? Because I put the yard like having the glue all over, like somebody just put a stamp on my eye and say, "Hey, you will never go anywhere without me recognizing you." Emphasis, that's called the emphasis. When you have something that's popped out at you, that stood out on you, so it's emphasis. So now everybody looking at you like today I went to this function and I guess nobody ever see me in lashes. And I see all the parents looking at me and I'm like, okay, I wonder what they're looking at. Is it rookie? Sometimes you hold your eyes down and you're talking and then they can see all the damage. They can see all the accident up in there. But in my eyes, it's cute, baby. You know what I mean? It's flourishing, it's blossoming, you know what I mean? But come closer, it's a whoop. You taking me for a date? Okay, Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll take you out on a date. Okay, okay. But if your man honest enough, you will say, but we don't want to embarrass you. He probably said, but and then me now, I have a sharp mouth, so I probably say, what is your problem? What is it? Are you scared? And he said, but your lashes, you're gonna have to get that taken care of. I'm like, okay, give me the money. Give me the money. Show me the money. And I go get it taken care of. And then I come home and go get it taken care of. Such is life. You find fault, then correct it. Show me the money. Give me the money. Or take me there. If you don't want to give me the money, if you take me there. And the songwriter says, shortly I can take you there. We can go the extra mile. We find solution by correcting what we see and we don't like. That's how you find solution. You see a man and you want to talk to him and look too wonderful, but he have a good heart. He's nice, he kind, he loving, he caring, but he just give up himself or so. But if you think that's somebody you can see a future with her, so help him up. You see a young lady same way. Not just female want to uplift themselves with somebody. You see a man and you see him and okay, look so bad, but too much going on. But while you're looking around her, so you fix him up. Even though sometimes you fix them up and they press gets and gone. That's all right. He remember you. In taste but still there. He will remember you, baby. Because sometimes when you leave somebody, you think the grass is green on the outside. You sure know it's not greener, but you have to test the waters to know it's not greener. Sometimes, not all the time. Because sometimes you leave somebody and you realize that person was not meant for you. They just come into your life as a part-time. You know what I mean? So you have to know that. You have to know when things is meant for you. Sometimes we want things to be going for us because of the way we're feeling. But when you look back in general, look at life on a whole, dissect your life also, and start to think deep down. You say, you know what? It's okay. They're better off that way, and I'm better off this way. Look at that. You girl make a perfect omelette. Look at that. So thanks to the restaurant who taught me how to do this. And for everybody who don't love onion, get in love with onion. Onion is good for you. I don't like the red onion though. I prefer this one. Even though they say the red one is better, but I prefer this one. Everybody preference is different, but I prefer my white onion. I can see through my white onion. If any dirt in my white onion, I can see it. So I prefer it. So it's good. And you can add mushroom if you want mushroom omelette. You can add the mushroom, your bell pepper. I would not recommend too much bell pepper, just a little bit. A bell pepper can throw off a lot of stuff. It's nice to have, but not too much in your omelette. Guys, I was hungry, okay? Your girl was hungry. When I say hungry, I was hungry. So no salt, family. So we're going to start challenge everybody. No salt. Who can do a day without salt? Then you can do a whole month, then a whole year. Then after that, you forget about salt. Just don't buy no more salt if you have salt. Just don't buy no more salt. Or if you have salt in your house, you just hide your salt. Just put it far, especially if you have hypertension or you struggle with hypertension. I used to say, but I can't get rid of my salt. Just hide the salt. That's what I did when I wanted to start because I had hypertension. After I had baby. I hide the salt. I literally hide the salt. Because every time I was opening my cupboard and look, it was so tempting to pull it down. And I had hypertension. I had my blood pressure was almost 200 at one point, and I had to admit in the hospital. So, you know, something happened, then here comes the solution: hide the salt, and just hide it forever, and or use it out, and when it's done, you just tell yourself, buy no more. Whatever work for you. Because if you have other family member in the house that use salt, it's hard for you to hide the salt from them. But you just make sure that with you, because your health is wealth, we can do it. I used to talk to someone when I was younger, and they went to the doctor, and they had the cholesterol level was through the roof eating fried stuff, and the doctor told them that they gotta stay away from salt and greasy food and something. And your girl joined the crew too, and challenged myself. And after a while, it gets so good. I'm like, okay, this not bad. But before, ugh. But after 2 weeks of trying it, and just keep trying the consistency, ugh, it was so good, you know. So when I had to make the adjustment of cutting certain things out, it was not new to me, because I did it while I was much younger because of somebody. And I said, okay, if they say you're gonna do that, I'm gonna do it too. I'm gonna be right there with you, trying to encourage you as well. So I'm gonna be there as well. And I made that decision, and yeah, you know. And sometimes you just have to challenge yourself. That's all it takes. Sometimes is to challenge ourselves, and don't force yourself. When yourself is ready to be challenged, you will know. You just get up and start hide everything. Hide the sugar, hide the salt. Or you just tell yourself that, okay, I'm going to use up the last of the sugar, because if you're one of those persons that hide it and keep going back, that means you're still on you're still out, the flippy floppy, You're still deciding. Or you're still thinking, you're still going back and forth. I mean, you're not ready yet to take the challenge on. So all I have to do then just tell yourself, all right, I'm going to use out the sugar and I'm not going to buy no more. Or I'm going to use out the salt and I'm not going to buy no more. But having kids in the house, and kids still need their little things up in their body too. So I use the season, because the season have the salt. So it's good. I just need my bottle of water now and I'm good. So challenge yourself, family. Anything that's not good for you no more, or doctor say you can't eat this no more. Or even if you just decide to say, you know what, I'm gonna make this year be a year that I start change up some things. You're not gonna be able to change everything right away. So you do one step, yeah? You one step at a time, and then you will get there. One step at a time. Sometimes you're gonna route back to where you're coming from. But every time you fall, you just remember several time fall. Several time you fall, several time you rise, that's all. Until after you buy no more. You know? Just buy no more, that's it. You know? Challenge ourselves. That's all you gotta do is challenge ourselves. And we can do it, family. We can do it. Whatever that situation is in your life, if it's salt, if it's sugar, if it's consuming too much fried food or whatever, you won't be able to cut down on everything just like that. Bop, I'm gonna just do it, do it. Because that can bring also, you're getting rid of something, but it can also bring added stress to you, because you get rid of something because based upon your emotion, and not when you were at a right place where you were able to sit down and really think about stuff thoroughly. You know what I mean? You just get up because of your emotion, or you feel a certain way, or you feel uncomfortable, and you were just doing this stuff without no reasoning behind it, no logics, nothing. So you have to make sure you just take a steps, step, just like when we climb in the ladder. We put one foot up, Then after this foot is planted, then we have to move this foot from down here and then plant it in front of this foot. Now this foot is behind you. Then you have to plant this one. And once you hold on firmly, then you have to come now and you take up this one that was here and plant it over here. So you see everything is a step by step. Now this one now come left behind. Sometime you left behind. Because based on how you're setting yourself. Huh? To get the balance. You see what I'm saying? So in everything you hold, I just use everything in moderation because sometimes you get rid of something and now you over here swinging like, oh, hold me. So moderation. Moderation is the key. And just tell yourself, or if you're a person who like journaling, journal about this stuff that you want to see eliminate out your life and probably put a time frame. Put in a time frame to some things that you don't want no more to consume that is not good for your health, or you don't want to wear no more perm in your hair, you don't want to wear no more braids, you just want to be natural. Whatever you say you don't want in your life no more, because you're already used to these things. It's not going to just get up and you just go say, even people when they give their life to God, they don't just get up and just get rid of all the jewelry. Some places, some people get rid of the jewelry. They don't just get up and just whoop, whoop. They don't do that. It's constant in communication with their father and their pastor and the people around them and so forth, to help guide them to make decisions so they don't make drastic decisions that they will regret. Okay, when you make drastic decisions, you regret them later. Most of the time you regret them because there was no proper way of steering yourself. You weren't steering yourself in the right direction then. You think at the time it was just the right direction, but then when you realize that you keep looking back, then you realize it wasn't the right direction because you weren't thinking. You were confused, you were stressed out, you were worked up, and so forth. And that's why a lot of people, when they're stressed out or so, even when you go to the hospital and I think certain things is happening, they can't give you medicine until that come down to a certain thing, balance or something, in order for them to administer certain thing. So the same thing with life. When we worked up and stressed out, we're trying to make decisions, and those are the worst decisions. Those are the worst decisions, especially when you're doing it out with anger, emotions, bitterness, sourness. You squeeze anything, you name it.
Was that a dumpling?
No, it wasn't dumpling.
What's the egg?
You have class.
Yeah, but what's the egg?
I eat it because you don't eat it. The other day I make you my omelette, and you know what to do with my beautiful omelette? Eat the top of the egg and leave the omelette in the plate, and I was so disgruntled. I wanted to eat you like the wolf. Where you going, Jada? I was a kid like you, and I used to steal the peanut out my adopted mother because she used to plant peanuts. So I don't know what you're trying to do. I used to steal the peanut out. Yes, I love peanuts.
I love cheese.
Okay, all right. And cheese gonna bind you up. Finish up your class.
Yeah.
Okay, hurry up. 'Cause you have one. You have literally 10 minutes to get into your other class. The other class is over.
Um,
No, you have to go into your maths.
Math class?
With your teacher, the one that we are on the road with. The 603 number.
Huh?
Go in and log into the 603 number. And yes, and it's in the back of your book. Hurry up.
I'm gonna go to the 902 number.
No, it's not the 903. That one is for the that one is later.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. So you're not gonna get rid of things just like that. You're not going to get rid of things like that, family. So don't be beating up ourselves when we want to get rid of something, that we're just gonna just get up one day and just make a drastic decision. We don't even think about it. It's not gonna really work. It work for some who already program their mind and soul and body. You have to communicate with you. It's like when you do meditation or so. You're communicating with your inner thoughts, yes, your intuition. You're communicating with your spirit and everything. So if you're not at that place, certain 603. Certain things not gonna be in line forever. It's not gonna be where you say, okay, I'm comfortable now, I could just dish everything over here. No, it's not gonna happen like that. And that's why everything takes time. You ever see somebody want to break up with you, and some people, they sweat, they their daddy or their mama or so probably see them and say, bro, why you look like this? Why you look so? Or a woman or so, and then they all be freaking out, stressed out, because they be thinking. They want to know that, and this go for everybody. We want to know that is the right decision for us. We're going to make the right decision. We want to know that, am I making the right decision? Am I acting because of what that person said that lead me to be thinking this way? And then you have to think, did I love this person? Because you can care for somebody to the point doesn't mean you love them to spend the rest of your life with them. You can really deep down care for someone, but don't have that level of connection with them in the other part of life will go that are gonna sink you and that person together forever. You know what I mean? So we have to look at things in life and think about it in life. And even when somebody leave you too, because sometimes you get left, you have to think about it. Was this the best decision? Or was this the worst decision? Or certain things we're gonna do in life, we gotta look at it, we gotta think about it. And sometimes when somebody leave you, then you start to flourish, you start to progress, you start to see more opportunities, because that door was blocked. Because you were just behind this door, you could not see anything than just what is in front of you. And then now your pathway is clear, then you can, like, okay, now I can breathe again. As you hear the songwriter say, they can breathe again. Why can't they breathe again? They sing about their life. They were at a dark place. This person have them trapped. They felt like they only good enough for this person or that person, or they're not gonna lose weight. We're not gonna be able to get the blood pressure down. We're not gonna be able to get diabetes down. Whatever the situation is in your life, whatever we tell ourselves, that's what's gonna be in our life. But anything that we don't want in our life, and we decide to make changes, then we will start to see result. But it's not gonna happen overnight. Nothing happens overnight. Growth don't even happen overnight. It takes its time. Even when you do farming now, you see people making nursery. Why are they making nursery? Because they have to plant the seed and then watch it germinate and watch it grow and everything before they can transfer it into making making it grow onto bearing fruits and bearing this, bearing that. So everything. Even us as adults, we have children, and we have to take our kids to the nursery sometimes. They have little nurseries for the little babies, 6 weeks, 6 weeks, or yeah, 6 weeks, you know. And then some people have no choice but to take their children to the nursery. And the persons who are fortunate, they may have a nanny at their home that can take care of the kids for them. Or some people fortunate enough to have a man that will take care of everything, and while they stay at home and take care of the kids, because he said, you know what, I've been through so much in my life, I don't want that happen to my children. So he get a good education, or even if he don't get a good education, he get a skill, and then he go out there and he just work and say, listen babe, I need you to just hold on the house, you take care of the house, you take care of the kids, clean up, wash, cook, whatever he asks of you. It doesn't mean he have to ask all of those, because sometimes it can be impossible, because even though you're not working as carrying a paycheck, those things are still a job. And sometimes you need a break for yourself, plus you have to be there with your partner too. So a lot of things comes into play when we're looking at a whole lot of stuff in life. It's not just, oh, this aspect. It's a whole bunch of different things, be tangling around there. So it's a lot. But we can pull through, family. We can pull through. So whatever it is, take care of your health. Whatever you need to eliminate, just remember, elimination. Don't just get up like you're diary of a mad woman. I like to say diary of a mad woman. You just get up and just start toss things out. It got to be a build up, and think about these things. Write these things down. What is it that we want to accomplish? Journaling, reading, listen to music. Whatever genre. I like to listen to different genres of music, because sometimes I don't listen to the words of the song, to be honest, sometimes, because I don't understand the word of the song, depending on who's singing the song. because sometimes they're not clear with the song and so forth, but the beat that they're using, the upbeat, like, it make you want to jam to the beat, so sometimes people see you, why you listening to that song, girl? I'm not listening to no song. I'm listening to the beat. The beat is up, get you up, get you up. Yeah. You start shook your shoulder. Your baby at work, and if you work close by to some things that sometimes people like in the summer, you're gonna have to hear a lot of loud music or so forth. And you're just jamming, you know. What you listening to? I don't know. I'm just listening to the beat. And you keep it pumping and keep it going. So that's all it takes in life sometimes. Just find out what works for you. What works for me might not work for you. You just, I think when we come out and we share our ideas about what worked with us or what we did or so forth, or share if our friends share something with us, not to go into details of our friends and family, but if they share something about what worked for them, we share it with others, or so that kind of give us out there, everybody that is out there, an insight as to say, I was thinking about doing that, but I wasn't sure. Especially if you're new to something sometimes, you probably say, I don't know if I could do that. But then hearing maybe two, three people saying the same thing, then it's a confirmation for you to say, yes, I can do it. If she can throw with salt, then I can throw with salt. If she can throw with sugar, then I can throw with sugar. That means you're giving it up. I don't mean you're throwing it away. 'Cause you ain't gonna buy nothing to throw it away. You know what I mean? But you could say if she can give it up, or if he can give it up, I can give it up. You know, if he man up to go get his prostate test, I can man up to go get my prostate test. Whatever work for you, you're not gonna know. But when people share stuff out there, it give other people ideas. Like, oh, I could have done this. I don't know what idea come to your mind, but you know what I mean? And some people jot it down, some people put it in their notes on their phone, or some people may just call a friend and say, hey, look, we're going to the gym tomorrow morning, you know, or whatever it is. It could be anything. Or look, we're gonna go for a walk. Look, I'm gonna create this menu. Look, I'm gonna create this. I'm gonna write this book. I get some inspiration from somebody. We get something from somewhere. You know, and with your taste bud, just don't worry about this food is this because you're so accustomed. Widen your horizon with your taste bud. Make your palates double here, double there. So you can work when you have to be in difficult situations. Because it's very important to know that we could be in survival mood situation and we have to route here, route there. Like people who went camping and somehow some things not working out. They no longer have all the salt that they bring with them. They no longer have the sugar. They will probably have water. So they have to just drink water until help can arrive. Sometimes you get lost and you didn't get lost with no food, or you get lost with food for maybe one day because you didn't expect to get lost, or you didn't expect that life would take a drastic turn on you, or so forth. And this is when you go into real survival mood. Like they say, only the fittest of the fittest will survive in this world. And that's going to scroll on to everybody as an individual. No matter how we try to do this and do that, you are your own individual. And your health is going to depend on you. It's not going to depend on me. It's not going to depend on the world. It's not going to depend on no one but you. And when I say you, it mean me too. Mean me, you, us. It's going to depend on us. So everything going to strengthen us. It's going to scroll back down to how we deal with stuff or how you deal with stuff. Because that's life. That is life, family. So don't look and say you would never give up this, you would never give up that. Just challenge yourself. Challenge yourself. We all do challenge. Even now we on YouTube, some of us like myself love to do challenge where we see what I mean love to do challenges. If somebody come out with something like can you go a little faster? We challenge ourselves with it. So same way we challenge ourselves with seeing other people challenge themselves with something and we think, oh, that's a cool trend. We could happen to it. We could tell ourselves, oh, this is cool. If they can eat something without salt, I could try it too. It may be sound a little weird and off to you. It is gonna be weird and off to you because it's not like you accustomed to. making it off before, you know. So when you're trying something for the first time, everything is gonna be, you'll probably say, rolling your eyes and say, oh Lord. Mm. You know, your eyebrows going up, everything going up. I don't know about this. Even beetroot. You know how many people hate beetroot? But they know that beetroot is also good for your blood. You know, replenish your body too. It's good for a lot of stuff. And they will drink it just because of that purpose. You know? Like I taught my son early. I said, just remember the stuff that is good for you is not gonna always taste good to you. But the stuff that is not good to you is always gonna taste like it fly. Like, ooh, give me some more. And that's how I get them to start drinking juice, because I was like, they did not like plain juice. But I let you know, the stuff that is good for you is not gonna have the taste like the stuff that is not good for you. You know? And I said it, most of the things that is good for us, to be honest, they don't. Most of them don't have that 5-star taste that we're looking for, like when we buy everyday regular stuff that is not really healthy for us. It's semi-healthy, some of the things semi-healthy. You know what I mean? Because they have little of this, little of that. Is like, okay, we have good protein, and we have the ones that are just, oh well, this is the all I can afford. You know what I mean? The oh well section. So yeah. And then even if we can't afford the good things to put into our body, when we can, make sure we're doing that as often as we can. That's another thing. We're not gonna be able to afford everything all the time. But once we start make little start, we'll get there. It's just a matter of when. But if we put it in the back of our head and keep working on it, you know, working on the solution, because you already identify the problem. Let's say somebody here now, like me, my goal is to get rid of this stomach that should be at the back and it's not at the back and it's at the front. So that's a goal. But I put it in the back of my head. I need to get rid of it, but I need to be also consistent with it and everything. But then also, if I'm not putting this consistently, I'm not going to see the result that I'm looking for. And even if I do see the result for maybe 2 months, 3 months, if I dropped off before my time that I put on myself to achieve that desired look or that desired goal, what do you think will happen? I'm not going to get to that goal. I will get there, but it's going to take longer. You know, even on YouTube, if you're posting on YouTube and we're not being consistent and you have a goal to reach, you're not going to reach that goal the time you want to reach it, because we're not being consistent. We're not being persistent with what we're doing. So therefore, now we have a gap in achieving that goal. You will achieve it. It's just going to take a little longer because the clock start again. But we will achieve it. It's just that it's a matter of when. We got to be consistent with the when, the where, the why, the how. You know, knowing how we will get there. What's going to happen? What is going to take? Why are we taking so long? What was the block? What was the roadblock? Because can't get rid of roadblock, but it will be there, but you can find a way to go around it instead of go into it. We can figure out things, people. We are very talented people on this planet. Let something happen and we have to make a quick run. Our minds start give us ideas. Look to the left, look to the right, look up the road, look around, look behind you, look side of you, look down, look up. You're getting ideas quick and fast. And sometime before anything happen, you don't have these ideas. Well, you will never have those ideas. They will never come. But when the time is right, your brain will be flourish. You just have to act fast. Because when some ideas come to your head in certain situation, if you don't act fast with it, it's gone to the next person because you're taking too long. You ever go for an interview and you're there box shuffling, they ask you for your resume, you don't have it at hand or so, and they say, all right, you step out the line here because we have so many people back there need to come here. They will tell you, you step to the back. When you find it, let us know. They're just telling you to be nice. You know they're not going to hire you because you weren't prepared. But the man who have his documents ready and everything, then, okay. Yeah, do you have your resume? Yep. Do you have your transcript? Yep. Do you have your social? Yep. Do you have your ID? Yep. Can you travel anywhere? Yep. Okay. Do you have a driver's license? Which is your ID now? Yep. All right. We call you in 5 days, or you will hear from me after the interview, because sometimes some places, depending on what they're hiring you for, they have a time span to finish their interview. If they have a bunch of what they call it, if they have a bunch of people to interview, I forgot the word. It's up in there, but it's not coming up. But anyway, if they have a bunch of people to deal with, so when they get with all those people that they're gonna interview, then they said, all right, let they go through and they know who and who already get the job. It's like going to the embassy. They had a quote, okay? We're gonna let 10 people get their visa. They already have it. Everybody else come, all right, try again. All right, blah blah blah. All right, try again. And they can give you any excuse because they already have their code. Remember, you're sending your information before, so they already read through your this. They read through your application. They go through everything already. They check your background. They do everything. So when you come for the interview, it's just for them to say, they already know who they deny. They already who they know. They already know who they gonna say hi. Okay, that's why you send things ahead of time. Why do you send things ahead of time? You know what I mean? So same way with life. Think about the things we're consuming, and you realize you go to the doctor and they say your blood pressure high, your sugar high, your stress level up. What are some of the things? And sometimes the things we consume in our body can also give us stress. So we have to figure out how to make some adjustment. And some of the first adjustment in anything we're going to do health wise is to eliminate, that is what eliminate. Reduce. Start with reducing the amount of stuff we will be consuming. Let's say we used to drink pop 3, 4, 5 times for the week. Then we start cut down to maybe, all right, only 2 times for the week. And sooner or later, you don't even know when you stop because you're counting down. You just, if you have to say, all right, then I used to drink pop 5 days a week, I'm going to cut it down to 2 days. Just to start. Because as I say, you're not going to shed right away. You're not going to shade when you realize that you need to cut down and stuff. But you just start. You say, okay. You know when you how you used to drink something. You Kool-Aid, you know how often you consume it for the week. And you realize that yes, it's good, it's nice, it's refreshing, it's cold, but then you realize that, you know what? I could still drink my Kool-Aid, but I need to reduce the amount of sugar I put in there. Or instead of me doing the Kool-Aid, I could buy some lemon and make my own Kool-Aid. And that way, if you don't want to put no sugar in there, you don't have to put no sugar in there. Would it be a heck of a tasty drink? No. But after a while, just drinking it like they call these water where they put in flavor in their water. Now you see these water you buying at the store and they put in bunch of flavor in there. Okay, then that's your flavor water. Lemon. You know what I mean? And then after a while you get used to it, then you're like, yay! I could do it. I can do it. You know what I mean? But it wasn't easy getting to yay. It's like a pass the test. It wasn't easy. It was not easy. Yeah, I probably had a question that was you're rubbing your head, you're scratching your head, you're thinking, and you say, Lord, please. Worse if you have a mark, or you have 10 in points. So you don't want the 10 points leave you. You want to at least score 8 out of the 10. You know what I mean? So you can feel good. So it will bother you. But when you get there, you get there. It's like a child who, like, some are coming, people applying for different colleges or so, and they wonder and they sat there with some children already confident enough to know they're going to get into their college because they speak it over their life already. They say, this is what I'm going to get into. But when you don't speak things over your life and have the but and the if in between, that but and the if sometimes, depending on the situation, it really can get you. But if it, that means you're still not sure. It's like nowadays I see when you do interview, they ask you, do you have a reliable transportation? And it's like, just the way you answer, even if you answer yes, but just the way you say yes tells them that you're lying. It literally tell the person that you're doing the interview with that you're lying. Because remember they said it's not what you say, it's how you say it. You know what I mean? You just have that deep down singing yes. Yes. They want to give you the job, but just that yes. Just the way you say it. You just give them a clue that we're going to have some problem right here. She may be able to come maybe today, tomorrow, but then she going to have some problem with her car. You know what I'm saying? Mm, can you start tomorrow? Mm, that's the unsure, not so sure answer. Are you able to come in tonight? That's not. Remember, people, it's not what we say, is how we say it. That's the giveaway right there. So sometimes it's not that you're lying that you don't have a car, or you're lying that you don't have this, you got this stuff, but it's not reliable. But you're just telling yourself, Lord, if I could just get in, then my first paycheck, I could use it to go get me a car, get a car note, or get me depending on how much you're working, so you could get a little rookie and decide a little car, that you can much better than the one you have flapping around, leaving you everywhere. You know what I mean? So you just gotta know. Just gotta know, people. Just gotta know. Life don't come to one thing in life. It's several things you're gonna go through. Life is like a process, it's a cycle. And the more you go through the cycles of your journey, which is your life, you know what that look like. Like me, I know what things look like in my life. I know what I need to get from point A to point B. I know my block. I know what blocking me from point A to point B. So therefore I can talk about point C. You know what I mean? Everybody do distance, or we have to plot the graph and all these things we have to learn. What would it take from this distance to this distance to get there? How much would it take or so, you know what I mean? So I know what is in between A and B that is hindering me to really push through B, so I could push through the rest of the letters. Because remember, like I said, there's 26 letters of the alphabet. One fail, you have 25 more. Two fail, you count them down. So you have more to go. And when you get to Z again, you go right back to A. So life knock us all the time. All the time. But we get back up, don't we? There's a several time fall, several time rise. Don't we get back up? Oh yes. Sometimes we get back up and we learn a lot of lessons like we ain't gonna do this again. Ain't gonna do this again. I ain't gonna let nobody nothing. I ain't gonna eat no more salt. I ain't gonna eat nothing more. And life hit us. But the more you fight, baby, he will give up. Whatever that hurt in your life is, he will give up. But we have to fight. Point A, point B. What is your block? What is hindering you from really pushing out, be out the way so you can get to the next one? What is really hindering you from point A to get to B? You gotta push what is out here within in this gap here that is hindering you from get to B. Sometimes you don't know what that is. Sometimes by the time you find out, it's like you give up. Are you on the verge of giving up? And that's when you figure out life sometimes, you know. And patient is a virtue. We all know that patient is a virtue. But when you check that gas and you're in the long line, waiting patiently, 2 hours gone by, I'm exaggerating now. 3 hours gone by. When am I gonna get up there? My gas is almost about to be an E. You know it's gonna take a while for you to get up there, but you know what's in that line is good, so you go wait. So what you're gonna have to do is turn that car off. Even though they said the more you turn it off and start it back up, you waste more gas that way. But either you have it sit running idly, and we can't. Not everybody can afford to have their car sit running idly. Idle may cost them more. Sound familiar? You know what I mean? So So many things gonna happen to us, family, but we'll figure it out. I'm not gonna stay any longer with you guys, but we will figure it out. We are very talented people on this planet. Let something about to happen anywhere in our life, and you see how quick we figure it out. Yeah, we just say things don't happen yet, so we like to say God forbid. That means we hope it don't happen. But let something about to happen in our life and see what happen. We're doing all of my. We're trying to find a way out. Trust me. Like me living in our building and I think so. We don't want to go there anyway. We'll leave it right here. Let me take down everybody name that was here and for everybody that was listening. Big shout out to each and every one of you. And just remember our journey to success, it never ends. Whatever you want to get into, you will get into it. Just think about things. You know, sometimes you think about it longer than some, because some people had it already been thinking about it. It don't happen overnight. So anything we want, we can achieve. We just have to keep going, keep telling ourselves that we can survive. And we'll get there, family. So I'm not gonna stay any longer with you. But whatever it is, start, step. Just look at your life as a step. And where's my book? I have my book. Oh, right over here. Look at everything as a step in your life and see. Because when you have step, you have to take your time to go up the step, right? So don't be too harsh on ourselves, because that's what we do sometimes and kill our dreams. Too harsh on ourselves. Sometimes you let us get there, but because we were too harsh on ourselves, we don't get the time to really nurture ourselves in the right way that we should. You know what I mean? And then that affects us later on or somewhere in the middle down the road, because we didn't get the time to nurture what we need to be nurturing. We in haste, and haste make waste. You know what I mean? We're there trying to just figure it out, figure it out. Oh, I need to get there, I need to get there. You will get there. Well, rush, like somebody say, if you gotta rush me, you go to some place and say, if you gotta rush me, then you could leave and go somewhere else. You're not about to rush me today. We understand sometimes you have to rush depending, but that's why they say we have to leave ahead of time, little early, so we don't have to be rushing so much. But it's natural, but we just have to figure out what that rush look like in our life. What do we need that rush to be like? And keep holding on. Keep holding on, family. Eliminate the things you don't want out of your life. Instead of saying elimination, just say reduce. We're gonna reduce the things. So that when you start to reduce things, and slowly but surely, you're like, you look back in the cupboard and say, like summer coming. I need some Kool-Aid. But then you realize you didn't buy no more sugar. And that's a good way to tell you not to buy no more. Because you drank the last of the sugar. And like, you know what? You at this point now you get so frustrated when you realize you open the cupboard and you feel thirsty for some Kool-Aid. I'm just using this as an example. And you're thirsty for some Kool-Aid, you say, let me go grab some sugar. I got some Kool-Aid, let me go grab some sugar. You open the cupboard, there's no sugar. Baby, at this time, this is when you start to think, do I really need that Kool-Aid? Let me just drink some water. But if you still fighting to get that Kool-Aid, that means you have learned yet to, you haven't get to the place that you need to get to. You're still on the side that is still conflicting. Still conflicting. But don't give up. We never give up. We never give. If I have one wish. Yeah, man. So bless up to everybody that was here. Thank you guys so much. We're gonna leave, and I want to say all the likers, the sharers, the commenters, the well wishers are so. Nothing start outside of us, they start with us. Okay? And just remember, know what's blocking you from A to B. What is the roadblock here? How can you move it out the way? How can you get it out the way? How can you get over to B? When you find B, no another roadblock gonna be in between B and C. Yeah, it's like a game. You see, you have to unlock. You see some games that they have to unlock. That mean you have to play, and once you meet all the criteria, then you open, you unlock to get over to C. So sometimes with life is like that sometimes. But anyway, we will solve the puzzle. Just know what puzzle you are. Yeah? Or your difficult puzzle to solve, you will solve it. Just a matter of time. You have a business mind and you want to open your business, just a matter of time, family. So anyway, Chatterbox is out for today. We say up, and we're gonna get up, and we're not gonna sit down and nothing. We're gonna keep going, we're gonna keep striving for excellence, and together we can do it. But it start with us. All right? Start with you. Start with me. Until then, walk good family. Peace.